In a time when technology is just growing and shows absolutely no signs of stopping, it only makes sense that the futuristic technologies that we have all seen in movies actually come to life. This is exactly what former SpaceX engineers have done. By creating a concept of a nuclear reactor, they have certainly caught the eyes of everybody across the globe. So what exactly can this nuclear reactor do? Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our channel. In today's episode, we'll be telling you about the mini nuclear reactor that these engineers plan on designing. So sit back, relax, and get ready to get blown away. Well, not actually get blown away. SpaceX has produced some incredible machines over the years, but it appears that revolutionizing space isn't enough for some of the company's engineers. They've split up and found Radiant, a new company. With breakthrough space-grade tiny nuclear reactors, they claim to revolutionize portable, sustainable energy. Is this promise that never will be fulfilled, or a game-changing revolution? Their reactor uses patent-pending technology to produce some incredible results. It will be small enough to fit inside a shipping container, produce 1 megawatt of power, enough to power 1,000 US homes for 8 years, require no external water supply because it's helium-cooled, use meltdown-proof nuclear fuel, and be remotely operated, and last for 8 years without refueling or maintenance. It's simple to see how Radiant was able to secure $1.2 million in private funding to help develop this reactor. Unfortunately, because their technology is still patent pending, there isn't much technical information available about this reactor. However, we can make educated guesses. This reactor will almost certainly be a helium-cooled fast reactor that uses triose particle fuel made of plutonium or thorium, as this technology already exists and can meet Radiant's claims. These technologies may appear sophisticated, yet the engineering that underpins them is quite simple, yet extremely effective. Let's start with a helium-cooled fast reactor. Compared to traditional water-cooled slow reactors, this relatively new technology offers some great benefits. The nuclear fuel in typical water-cooled slow reactors is cooled by water. The water is subsequently converted to steam, which powers a turbine that generates energy. It also serves as a good absorber, preventing neutron radiation from escaping the reactor. The slow element, though, is key because the fuel they use, that is uranium-235, requires the slowing of neutrons in order to initiate a chain reaction. Nuclear reactors cannot become too hot. They do this by putting moderated material around, which is often a combination of heavy water and graphite, into the reactor to absorb the energy of the neutrons. These reactors are quite large due to their needs, which include large cones with plenty of moderator material and complex cooling systems, as well as access to a lot of water and giant vats of water around the reactor. So how will Radiant manage to create such a small, light, and self-contained reactor? They're probably employing a helium-cooled gas reactor which operates in an entirely different manner. Only low-temperature reactors can benefit from water cooling. If you want your core to reach higher temperatures than 1800 degrees Fahrenheit, you'll need to use gas cooling. Helium is stable, non-flammable, and has a high thermal conductivity. As a result, it's a good contender for use as a reactor coolant. Instead of water converting to steam and powering a turbine, helium is pumped over the reactor to heat it up and expand it, forcing it through a high-speed turbine which generates energy. After that, the helium is recycled. The helium is returned to the reactor after cooling in a high-powered refrigerator. They've also likely to use a sort of fission known as fast reactor. These reactors use nuclear fuel that can produce fast neutrons, eliminating the requirement for moderator material that allows them to be much more compact. These reactors, on the other hand, operate at significantly greater temperatures, over 2000 Fahrenheit. Furthermore, compared to the uranium-235 counterparts, if these fuels have particular advantage, they have the ability to breed more fuel. Fuels like thorium-232 can absorb neutrons and change into uranium-233, which has a significantly less radioactive waste than 235, thanks to the higher temperatures. As a result, the longer the reactor is operational, the more these fuels have opportunity to breed and turn into more usable nuclear fuel. For fuels like these, there are a variety of possibilities. The most common are thorium and plutonium, both of which Radiant may employ in its reactor. So that's very likely the reactor technology they're using, but what about the meltdown-proof nuclear fuel? The term meltdown refers to when nuclear fuel reaches so hot that it melts. This is a concern because the fuel pulls away from the control rods, causing the chain reaction to lose control. The molten nuclear fuel that results can produce massive amounts of radiation and nuclear fallout. Chernobyl and Fukushima are massive examples of this. A solution has been discovered by some scientists. They've come up with a proposed way to package nuclear fuel. They can manufacture nuclear fuel that won't melt down by mixing uranium and oxygen and wrapping it in a layer of graphite and then coating of ceramic, creating products that look like poppy seeds. The poppy seed-like particles are called trisoparticles. The graphite layer serves as a control rod. When nuclear material becomes too hot, it heats the graphite, which causes it to absorb more neutrons, stopping the chain reaction and lowering the temperature. In principle, you could run a nuclear reactor without any control rods using this fuel. Nuclear fuel and graphite can melt at extremely high temperatures, removing the control rod effect and resulting in a meltdown. However, by encasing it in ceramic that can withstand temperatures of up to 3,200 degrees Fahrenheit, the graphite's integrity and the reaction is kept under control, even at temperatures higher than those that a fast reactor can reach. This technology has only been used in low-temperature uranium reactors until now. However, investors hope to utilize it in the next generation of high-temperature reactors, which implies it will be compatible with other fissionable fuels like plutonium and thorium. So, what advantage would Radiant get if they adopted these technologies? First and foremost, there is the advantage of size. Small nuclear power plants exist, but they are inefficient and have modest outputs and emit a lot of radiation. They can produce high output, high efficiency, and safe reactors by utilizing the compact dimensions of fast reactors, something that was previously unthinkable. Second, because of their ability to breed more fuel, fast reactors have extremely extended fuel lifetimes. As the fuel in most reactors depletes, a portion of it must be replaced about every 2 years. Fast reactors, on the other hand, allow fuel to absorb neutrons and change into fissionable material. This is how Radiant will be able to build a reactor that will last for 8 years without requiring any fuel changes. Finally, there's an external water supply. In order to have enough cooling, typical reactors must be located near huge bodies of water. Radiant's reactor, on the other hand, is helium-cooled, and the helium looks to be cooled by a high-powered refrigeration. There is no requirement for an external water source. This means it's truly portable and adaptable to pretty much any setting. In the middle of a desert, you'll need a nuclear reactor. Radiant Reactor solves the problem. So, how is this going to spark a revolution? Right now, we can't build compact nuclear reactors that are both efficient and safe. Instead, we still rely on filthy diesel generators for portable power. This reactor is intended to take the place of these old polluting equipment. Military bases and catastrophe zones are excellent examples. Workers must regularly ship in fuel to power services at these facilities, such as hospitals, and if this supply stops, so does the help. As a result, their existing energy solution is not only pollute the environment, but it also is their own Achilles heel. You won't have these issues if you use Radiant's nuclear power plant. You don't need a large team on site to run them because they can be controlled remotely. They're simple to install and last for 8 years without needing to be refueled, all while emitting zero pollutants. This will allow military and medical aid to operate without the constraints of fuel delivery, perhaps saving thousands of lives. However, this is their only first objective. This technology has the potential to be revolutionary in the future. So that's all you need to know about nuclear reactor that's being developed by ex-SpaceX engineers. What do you think about it? Let us know in the comments below. If you liked the video, make sure to let us know by dropping a like and subscribing to our channel. We hope to see you soon.